Didn't know that referees decide who takes free kicks these days, but hey, he's got a point though. We're over the 6 added minutes now. Fletcher this time hasn't gone for the big diagonal. And Howard stands it down the left flank for Fletcher. Will contest this. Wow, hit the back of Kerr's head and ricochets away. Civic knocks it long. We've had half a minute extra on top of the added 6 as O'Connell launches it out for a throw in the halfway line. Ref looks at his watch. Dobson is asking him the question.
Yeah, I think we've seen enough, haven't we, ref?
I reckon. Tickle is offering. It's played long and it's mishit. Lucky it falls to Smith, who helps her on now. Here's Thomas. Chance to run at Revan, who's isolated. Revan commits. Thomas checks back, then goes back around the outside again. Dobson, great tackle. He's had a good game. Corner, and Tickle, the keeper, not an order, is going up to challenge for this. Every player in and around the Wrexham box. This is it. 7 minutes of added time played.
Well, Stephen Fletcher, you're the free man. Go and head this out your box.
In swinger, the signal is given. Ripped in, under the bar, headed away by Matty James. Foul breaks away, and the referee blows for full time. That, as Parkinson springs out of the starting blocks to applaud the fans, that shows how much it means to him and to us. That was a massive win in a game where Wigan certainly gave as good as they got.
Yeah, massive 3 points. Had to show a lot of grit, a lot of resilience. Thought Wigan came here with a really good game plan, stuck to it really well. You know, I think they'll be really disappointed to be leaving here with absolutely nothing. But they put on a really good performance. I thought maybe they, should have got something out of this game, but Wrexham stuck in there, all did their jobs really well, and then, like we said, just we're missing that bit of quality going forward. And Stephen Fletcher, yet again, comes on and does the business.
Really difficult game, really difficult obstacle in our way, and we've overcome it. They find a way, this football team, somehow. Sometimes they're not at their best, but as a group they dig deep, they dig in, and with a little bit of quality that they have, a lot of quality that they have in their depth, it can be somebody else's day, not necessarily the first 11, and it's happened so many times. And this team, just like I said, find a way of winning here. And I feel for Wigan really, because I think they probably deserve something out of the game to take home with them, but this Wrexham team at home, their form is just frightening.
Oh, absolutely. And they are a team that never knows when they're beaten. And looking at the current latest scores, we are standing to be the only team in the top 5 who actually win. Because Birmingham are still 0-0 with Blackpool, according to the website I'm on. It's the 2nd minute of added time. Huddersfield are drawing 1-1 at home to Burton, believe it or not, in the 6th minute of added time. But, well, Wigan are rightly being given a tribute by their fans, because I know I've said this throughout, but by some distance Wigan are the best team who've come here this season. They have really come at Wrexham. They had great intensity, which they maintained for most of the match. The first half hour was all Wigan. I can't help wondering if the loss of Babaradiko to injury just hurt them a little bit. I didn't feel that Jensen Weir made the same impact getting forwards and supporting the attacking players, and whether it's coincidence or not, that was the point I felt where Wrexham started to get into the match. It was the first half of few chances, although Brunt made a ludicrously good clearance from under his bar early on to deny the opportunity for an early goal. And Wigan, if they have one real complaint about the performance, it's surely that they didn't make as many chances as their approach play deserved. Wrexham improved in the second half, no question about that, but still it was a tough battle. In the 60th minute though, we took the lead with an element of good fortune. Barnett linking with Dobson, who made a great overlapping run to drag a man with him. Barnett took advantage of the fact that Sessegnon was isolated for once, cut inside. He was allowed space because of Dobson's run, and he hit a left-footed shot which was on target but probably would have been saved by Tickle. But it took a deflection off Aimson and span cruelly into the bottom left corner. Wrexham followed that up with a decent spell, and Barnett ripped a couple of good crosses in either side of his goal, which First Palmer missed as he tried to swing a foot at it, and then Mullin just couldn't quite reach in front of a virtual open goal. But Wigan came back. Great chance at the far post, missed by Sibic from a set piece when he seemed to just misjudge his run, arrived too soon, and it came off the top of his head and away. Johnny Smith pulled a cross back in when they had men over behind everybody when he maybe should have shot himself. And Wrexham, well, we're hoping that maybe they'd cleaned it out, seen it out, but this Wigan side were not to be underestimated. A great cross by the substitute Thomas finds Hugo, who'd managed to find space in the 6-yard box. A simple, close-range header for him. And Wigan were equal with 11 minutes left. However, there was still drama to come. Stephen Fletcher, on off the bench, was causing problems. Weir tested the referee's judgment in giving a yellow rather than a red after Fletcher had sent Dobson charging through the middle. Fletcher hit a free kick narrowly wide in the closing minutes, and then in the first of 6 added minutes scored the winner. Fletcher again off the bench. Only one player, Steve Buxton, has scored more goals as a substitute at the racecourse than Fletcher. He picked the ball up from McLean's cross, took it beautifully on his chest, and as it dropped, drilled it inside the near post of Tickle, unable to get across in time. That's 7 goals that Fletcher has scored as a substitute for Wrexham now, 6th most in our history. More importantly, it earns a really hard-fought win against the Wigan side, who showed why they've got such a good away record. But Wrexham have got that terrific home record, and a lot of it is based on belief, isn't it? When Wrexham get into a game like this, where the opposition is asking questions and it gets into the closing stages, this is a Wrexham side that believes it'll get a goal, and they did again. A magnificent result for Wrexham. Let's have a quick look. I don't want to look at the latest scores. Birmingham 0-0 in the 6th minute. Huddersfield have drawn with Burton, and yeah, Birmingham against Blackpool 0-0 is in the 6th minute of added time. So if that one goes Wrexham's way, what a day it will have been for us. We'll be in 2nd place but equal top. Let's not get too carried away. It's not even 2025 yet, but what a 2024 we've had, and let's hope the next year goes just as well for us. With the final score of Wrexham 2, Wigan Athletic 1, we've been Mark Griffiths, Andy Morrell and Mia Roberts from Wrexham AFC.